everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Ahead, we might be looking at the two best running backs that the NFL has to offer. This is a marquee matchup. It's Ezekiel Elliott and Le'Veon Bell.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. Play clock winding down. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2017 for Zeke Elliott, a mixed bag. Would he play, would he not play? Well, he missed the 6 games from weeks 10 to 15. He still finished, though, Charles, 10th in the league in rushing.
Just tells you about the talent that he has and how explosive he is and what he brings to the table. Look, he averaged 98 yards per game, 98.3 to be exact.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Ryan Shazier coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there on 3rd down. And even 50 yards. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Counter, Elliott. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's got some space here. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 29 yards. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Bailey now to kick this one away. On the return, Fitzgerald to Son. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them, and they took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP. 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. And as you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game. Not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Man open right side, it's Rodgers. 23 yards on the play. Good throw there to start this second possession, maybe help erase the memory of the interception he threw first possession.
Yeah, I think a lot of the time now there's a communication between the head coach, offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach. All right, we got to get him settled. It's not easy after you've thrown a pick six. You might want to just run the football, but I think in most cases you want to give him easy throws that he's comfortable with to get him going again. And it's not necessarily just throwing one or 2 yards. What throws does he like to make? Give him a couple of those and get him going.
Definitely looked like one he was comfortable with on the last throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl, but 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
They go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999 where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
Yeah, he still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. Prescott now on 2nd down. Bud Dupree coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. And now with the play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. So the D-line's going to spread out. 3rd and long for Prescott. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Ooh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year, and they totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
He got 29 yards that time. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Able to fight through 1 tackle. Going for the deep ball. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. On 2nd down, it's Bell. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
I know everyone wants that prototypical wide receiver, you know, the 6'3", 200-plus-pound guy, like a Julio Jones and A.J. Green and Dez Bryant. Antonio Brown just shatters that, doesn't he? Small.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. DeMarcus Lawrence able to drop him for a loss of 4. Now they'll try to sweep with Bell. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
Well, anytime it's a toss or a pitch play, it's a battle for the edges. Who's going to control the edge of the line of scrimmage? In other words, can the defensive guys hold their leverage? What we were always taught was keep your outside arm or outside shoulder free if you were playing on the play side, meaning the ball coming towards you. And anyone coming from the backside, they're pinching down and sliding down towards it to try and keep people kind of locked into one spot. And boy, what a great defensive play there. Worn out leverage, running to the football from the inside out, turned into a big loss of yardage. Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd and goal, Roethlisberger. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back to Heinz Field after this. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Martavis Bryant, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. So they're going to go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. A nice little juke. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one. Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis. Some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season. Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one. Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. 2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, a 22. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays, too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got it at the 15. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So they're operating in the red zone. In motion here is Witten. A first down carry by Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner. Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play. Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you? Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long... Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a foot race. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So they tie it on the last play of the second quarter. Now the PAT will give them the lead.
Yeah, and how about that extra little jolt that they'll feel when the ball goes through the post? Carry that to the locker room with them and feel like, okay, we've got something good going here now, guys.
And they'll get set here looking for the two-point conversion. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. That's caught at the 2. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall...
And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and then take it all the way for a touchdown.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, the spin. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you've got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. David Irving busting through to get him for a loss of 6. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On second down, Roethlisberger. Now he steps away. Bryant with a catch right side. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Out of his end zone, Prescott. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Daniel McCullers coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Back now in Pittsburgh, as we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that is supposed to.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown, 55 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now here come the Cowboys. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They go to Elliott again. They find some open field here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll give to Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And the offense can string something together, but they'll need to do it quickly here to try to get points on the board and win this game. The give is to Elliott. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Hitting the home stretch here in a great game, a tie game. Let's see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Terrence Williams, 42 yards. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. 10 yards still left on 2nd down. Back to throw. And fights him off. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Lewis. And the possession.
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's Dak Prescott's Cowboys going up against Carr's Raiders.
It's a day, Larry, that fans in these parts will need to savor as we come to you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. A clash of two of the more fervent fan bases around. The Cowboys and the Raiders are underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Carry now from Marshawn Lynch. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Carr. Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So the Cowboys offense coming back out there, and after the excitement of that 13-3 year, the NFC East title 2016, they fell back to earth in 2017. They still finished 9-7, but not what you expected from them.
No, the scoring differential was a big telltale about the difference between 2016 and 2017. They were plus 115 a season ago. Just plus 22 this year. That means tighter games can go either way, and not enough of them went in Dallas's win column in this past season.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
A give to Elliott running left. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. In motion here is Witten. On 3rd down. It's Smith, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to make it 4th down. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
On second down, Lynch. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2, now third down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Carr. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
This is Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And Beasley with it over the middle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And now the offense operates in the red zone. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 14 yards out, and the Cowboys will add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Bailey now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Here's Carr to throw. Being chased out left. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And, Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us. Looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarterback and knocking the ball free. They're trying to read when that ball's going to come free. As soon as those hands separate to throw the ball, they want to be there and have a chance to knock it out.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them. The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands so they can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Oh, eluding the tackle. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And the agility got him a few extra before he's taken down right at the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now Elliott. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they add on to their first quarter lead. It's now 13-0. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Throwing now is Carr. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. The gain of 39 that time.
And Derek Carr just keeps improving. He can be dangerous not just inside the pocket, but as we see here, outside of it as well.
Kid born in California, played his high school ball in Texas, had quarterback written all over it. First down, the run with Lynch. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. Flush to his right. Room here to run. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Lynch. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Well, if we had any questions, that run kind of answered him. He's still Marshawn Lynch.
Hasn't lost a thing. Maybe running with a renewed sense of purpose and energy after that year off. They run again on 1st down, Lynch. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And this is caught at the 8. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this down to the 8. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. They'll run with Lynch. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They try again with Lynch. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now Carr. And he's got his tight end, Cook, in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. Jared Cook from 10 yards out. And the Raiders are back within a score. And that'll make it 13-7. Out to kick is Janikowski. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
Super toe.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. A little juke. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Looking downfield for Dez. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Help me out, partner. Was that incomplete?
There was on a deep ball to Dez.
And that's a surprise. The way he attacks the football in the air, it's always surprising to me when he doesn't complete a pass like that.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Well, that was pretty nice to watch if you like a defense's perspective because they understood where the first down line was as much as the offensive guys did. Did not give up any more ground, and when the ball was thrown, reacted really well and swatted it away. One of the advantages of zone defense, you never take your eyes off the quarterback, and when he reacts, you do exactly the same and go get the ball.
Caught left side, Williams. Give him 11 on the gain there, and it'll be a Dallas first down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. Pistol. Here's Elliott. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
Second down, Prescott. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reggie Nelson. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
They start the drive with Lynch. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Tyrone Crawford in there to get him for a loss of 5. Not something you see a whole lot of. A sack of Derek Carr, and due in large part to a good O-line. Carr was sacked on less than 3% of his dropbacks last year, lowest in the league.
Oakland knew it was important to take care of their quarterback. They picked up Donald Penn, Kelechi Osemele, and Rodney Hudson in recent years, and it's paid off.
And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. 1:57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. In motion here is Witten. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Cowboys on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15. Prescott down. And that's caught by Beasley. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
On second down, Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
Now Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep for the Raiders, Jalen Richard. This is taken and now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big. That's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And the lead will grow by one more. Bailey now to kick this one away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And, oh, a good hit there and knocked down hard. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. He was trying to get it to Michael Crabtree there. And it's 3rd and short. On play action, now Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So 2 quarters. Well, Larry, I know it's late there in Orlando. This is a school night. Folks eager to get right back to the action here in the 3rd quarter. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Prescott now on 2nd down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Eddie Vanderdoes in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing, Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Going deep here for... And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by David Anderson. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll try to get something going with Marshawn Lynch. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jalen Smith able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the third sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. They'll run it now out of the gun. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. Spinning past him. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Carr. Uses the stiff arm. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
A decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They start on the ground with Elliott. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Again, it's Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They give it to Williams, running right. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. The Cowboys on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Prescott from the gun. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, 1st down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So out come the Raiders. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They'll start on the ground with Lynch. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Carr to throw on second down. Flushed out right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down.
Get down, 29.
Throwing his Carr on third down. Forced out to his left. Letting one go deep for Roberts. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now fourth down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is brought in at the 21. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. 2nd down following the run. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back now in the East Bay. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He completes it to Bryant. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Prescott finding his big receiver Bryant there for a Cowboy first down. They go play action here on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. The Cowboys' all-time receptions leader, Jason Witten, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. The Cowboys on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 11. Prescott now from the 50. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. The man whose father was a Cowboy, Mario Edwards Jr., able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
something
well,
else. And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get the...
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Tyrone Crawford in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And Cook has it left side. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. On 3rd down, they go Lynch. And he's got room. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that 1st down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Hey, 734.
From the gun, it's Carr. Flush to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Call it no gain there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Cowboys on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll need to get the play off quickly. 3rd and long for Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. And now they're in the hurry-up. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. On 2nd down, here's Carr. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Sean Lee in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Now Carr. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it?
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Orlando Scandrick just took the challenge right there. Find a way to seal the victory, and that's exactly what he did with that interception.
The product of Boise State coming up huge. First down carry by Elliott. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, Prescott here to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. And he's going to go down again. Justin Ellis in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. Call that a 48-yard punt and made even better by a loss on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game. One final try now for Carr. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35.
Select the team you want to join. Don't worry, you'll be able to choose the role you plan in just a second. Select the team you want to join. Don't worry, you'll be able to start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the right. Your season starts now. Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Bortles' Jaguars going up against Dak Prescott's Cowboys.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D, as their guys will do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20, as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Now this time Bortles will throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Demarcus Lawrence coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. From the gun, it's Bortles. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they had the right idea. Just take what you can get on 3rd and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you've evolved. Yeah. You know, you've learned how to play it the Madden way.
Here's Brad Nortman now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Time 57 yards the official distance, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The play clock's running down. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. In motion here is Witten. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front, creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility.
Here's Prescott. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Elliott running right. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. come back and get them the next time.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Don't forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a second and long to start things out. They go to Elliott again. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Now Prescott. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And this one is right down the middle. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Jags taking over on offense. Here in a second, and what a season, Charles, it was for Jacksonville. Some people did like them into the year, and they really responded.
Heard recently at one of the, all-star games, college all-star games, a scout saying, well, heck, haven't they been the dark horse for the last 5 years coming into the season? And he seemed a little bit bitter, so I'm going to let him go on that one. But the point is well taken. They have been building towards this. Really good drafts, really supplemented in free agency. And, yeah, they were a dark horse, but they played awfully well. 11 wins, 2 more in the playoffs. I think right now they'd love to get Allen Robinson back at wide receiver and add another playmaking tight end.
Going to run the draw with Fournette. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. I think Leonard Fournette could be that guy.
Even with the ankle injury last year at LSU, still averaged 6.5 yards per carry.
And absolutely intimidated opposing defenses. A lot of guys simply didn't want to tackle him.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
The best play callers in any league know how to break their tendencies. They study themselves, they self-scout, and they realize most of the time you don't call a draw play on 1st and 10. So every so often you insert that play just to make the defense think, even if it's not successful.
And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Fresh set of downs here. They'll toss it to Fournette. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And Robinson with a big catch. The Jags first down, Bortles to Robinson. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Bortles now on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, a 22. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. They come out here in the eye. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. It's a short kick, taken near the 18. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Throwing is Bortles. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On second down, here's Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Bortles going to throw. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Now a signal and a timeout call. As it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, this from 37. And Lambeau, he missed it. He missed it left. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Final play of the half. Prescott. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So the offense has it 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll try the right side with Elliott. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And some space here. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the 3rd and then carry that over to the 4th.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Prescott to throw it. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. Prescott on 3rd and goal. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Terrence Williams, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are in for 6.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Bailey now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that front. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. In motion here is Witten. 10th carry now for Elliott. He spins free. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back now in Arlington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams. Give to Elliott. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. This is Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have. And what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Shift together here from the D-line. Elliott. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. Now Elliott. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
They'll run with Elliott. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. In motion here is Witten. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 13 sets them up 1st and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now Elliott. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
But he was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. In motion here is Witten. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Bailey now to kick this one away. Here's Corey Grant now to return. And some room to work. He's at the 50, 30, the 20. And he scores. No flags anywhere. And they return it to the house to win the game.
A return.
This one is going to sting for a while. I mean, how do you let that happen defensively?
One stop.
One stop. I know that it's easy to say that from the booth, but
it is.
How do you let that happen, partner?
That's one of those where sometimes you get overzealous on defense, get out of your lanes, don't take care of your assignments. But let's just go ahead and focus on the offensive guy. Look what they got done.
Yeah.
They needed to make one play themselves, and they did it.
Yeah, that's the reverse side. It was a heck of a play and a heck of an ending to this script. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
But I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA.